What's up YouTube, welcome to our video. In this video we will learn how we can use C# to store, retrieve, update and delete data from Firebase. So let's begin. So first of all we will need to get inside the Firebase. So this is the Firebase website and you need to log into your Google account to use the Firebase. Go to console. Inside here I will create my new project and I'm gonna name it as C Fire English. So continue and select Firebase default account, create project. So the project is ready to use. Click continue and the project would be opened. In the develop section, go inside the database and here scroll down and create the real-time database. Start in test mode. So our database is ready. Now it's time to create the new project in Visual Studio. So inside the Visual Studio, go into the file, new and project. We would select Windows Form, .NET Framework, but C# version. Click next and VB English C. This would be our name. I can't put the sharp symbol because it would destroy the project as it's a special symbol. For this project I would be needing some text boxes. So text boxes, let's make it bigger. So the font size should be 12. Copy and paste. We need 4 text boxes. These are the text boxes. Now we need some labels. Drag the label and make it bigger and change the name as full name. Copy and paste and paste. Now let's change the text as roll number, grade and section. We will change the name of these text boxes because changing the text is not required. Changing the name is required because we would use the text boxes in our code. So name tbox for the text box and role tbox, and here comes the grade tbox. So we have named our tboxes. Now we need 4 buttons. Change the name of this button as insert. Also we will change the name as insert button. Now let's change the name as select and select button. Update button and text as update, delete and delete button. Now we will go inside the code, and first of all we need a NuGet package. So we would go inside the project, manage NuGet packages, and in the browse section we will search for FireSharp, and we would want to install this .NET client version. So press install, press OK, I accept. So to make sure your package is installed, this install button has changed to uninstall. So make sure that it does. Now over here I would be using some of the libraries, FireSharp.config, and the second one is FireSharp.response, and the third one is FireSharp.interfaces. Now we will come down over here, and now we would create a FireBase config which would tell the FireBase that what FireBase we want to use, and we are the authentic user to use that FireBase database. So this method is for that. So we need two of the things. First is the authentication secret, and the second is the base path, and we will get both of these from our FireBase. So inside the FireBase, here is the base path. Copy this and paste it out here, and go to the project settings and service accounts. Inside database secrets, copy the authentication secret. So let's click this and paste the authentication secret. Now the second thing is we will create a FireBase client. So FireBase client, and we need the forms load event. So double clicking the form would activate its form load event. So inside this event we would do some try catch exception. So inside the try I would write client equals to new FireSharp dot FireBase client, and inside this I would give my FireBase config, and inside the catch I would write message box dot show there was a problem in the internet. So this would check if the internet is working properly and we can do our stuff with the speed coming from the internet. So if there would be any problem, this message would be shown. So before inserting the data through this button, I would create a class of student. I'm gonna right click here, go to add class and student, and inside this class I would declare some properties, and this would help us to store the data inside the FireBase. So prop, and double tap, change the type as string, and first property would be full name. These are called the auto properties. Copy this and paste it 4 times, change it to roll number, So close the class. So double click the button to create the click event. Inside this click event, I'm gonna declare a new object of student. So student std equals to new student, and I'm gonna initialize all of its information like this. Full name equals to name tbox dot text, comma, roll number equals to roll tbox dot text, and grade equals to grade tbox dot text, and finally section equals to sec tbox dot text. So here is our std object of the student class, which would help us to store the data inside our Firebase. So var setter equals to client dot set, and inside here I'm gonna give my address, which would be student list / plus roll number dot text. So here's our address. Now I have to give the object, because I'm passing all this information. I want to store all of this information. So I'm just gonna write std. So what I'm doing here is that user would write all of its information in the text boxes, and then he would press the insert button, which would save all of this data inside this std object and pass it to the Firebase. And finally we would show a message that data inserted successfully. So let's run the application and test if it is working or not. So I would save my information. So the full name and the roll number as 15, grade as 4th, and section as B. Now I would press insert. It says data inserted successfully. Now let's check the database. So the data is here as it should be. Firebase saves its data just like Windows. So imagine the student list as a folder, and inside this folder there is a folder of 15, and inside the 15 there are files which holds the information of the student. Now why did I save all of my information inside the folder named as my roll number? It is because the roll number is generally unique, and only one student can have one roll number or one seat number. There could be students with the same name but not with the same roll number. So we insert unique values here. That's why I choose the roll number. Now let's insert another student. So Raza 25, 6th, and section A. So here's the data saved. Now comes to the retrieval part. Now let's retrieve the data. So we will come inside here, double click the select, and inside here we would write var result equals to client dot get and here our address would go, which is student plus the roll number, student list plus the roll number. Now we would create an object of type student std and retrieve our result as student. So result as, so this is how we're gonna retrieve all of the information of one student inside our result, then extract all of the information from result as a student inside this object std, and then we would fill our text boxes. So name tbox dot text equals to std dot full name, and grade tbox dot text equals to std dot grade, and section tbox dot text equals to std dot section, and then the same text box, same message box, data retrieved successfully. Now let's test it out. So I'm gonna retrieve the second student 25. So 25, select, and it has retrieved my data. Now for the update part, I would come inside here, and the update event, I would copy all of the things which we did inside the insert, and just change the set to update, and that's it. That would update our data. So let's check this out. So I want to change my section. So the roll number is 15, and let's retrieve the data, and I want to change the section. So update, and you can see that the section is updated. Now to delete data, just copy the first line from select, and then replace this with delete, and show a message that data deleted successfully. Now let's delete the second student. So the roll number is 25, and delete. That student is removed from the FireBase. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, press the like button, and share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.